fact not known to many Jews and even Jewish friends of mine, that Albania at that time passed the only positive discrimination law all over Europe, such as to publicly worship the Shabbat and not be required to work that day. What Albanians from all confessions and all social strata, from the king to the shepherds, have done to rescue Jews and to ensure the welfare of the remnant of the people of Israel until the thunderstorm cleared, empowers our consciousness that as a people we are created for great deeds which can make us worthy to one another and worthy to the entire mankind. Worthy of the entire mankind indeed, for how else can a nation's policy be described when in 1943, 1944, under the direct pressure of the Wehrmacht, the collaborationist government in place itself, together with the four main religious chiefs of the country, accepted to deliver to the Nazi the reserve assets of the treasury, but together categorically refused to hand over the list of the Jews sheltered in the country, especially the foreigners, the stateless, and the homeless among them. As the identification of all the Jews that forced to leave their homes during the Nazi anti-Semite breakthrough found shelter and protection in Albania and had their lives saved from exterminations comes to completion, we become more and more certain that the number of the Jews rescued in Albania is much more considerable than the number of 2,265 displayed since 2005 at the Memorial Museum of Holocaust. And last year, I had the honor to give to the Honorable Director of Yad Vashem the new list of 3,750 names. This number may appear to be somehow prophetic when one looks at the history. There were 3,000 Hebrews in 70-73, shortly after the destruction of the temple, that found shelter in Albania. I'm bringing it here because there are not many people yet among the Jewish community that know the story, but also among them who know the story, not many are aware that it's not just the Second World War. And it's not just the Bessa. It goes far in history. And so these 3,000 Hebrews, after they successfully hijacked a Roman vessel, carrying them to be held in slavery, birthed in the Albanian shores and founded flourishing cities like Phoenike or Jericho. About 3,000 were also the Sephardim Jews, fleeing the Reconquista in Spain and Portugal at the end of the 15th century, to whom Albania and especially the urban area of Vlora offered freedom, security, and prosperity. In 2018, we opened a small but nice museum called Solomon in Berat, dedicated to the history of the Jews in Albania. And now we are setting up a Jewish museum in Vlora in the Jewish Road, an historic city center. In this city, an important center of the Albanian Jewish community, there was for many years a Jewish-owned cafe called Israeli Patisserie. In the words of its owners, Albania was among the rare countries in the entire world where a small business could carry the Star of David in the storefront and be so wholeheartedly embraced by all local community. And it's not by chance that we choose Vlora as a city. Our shared history and friendship will be commemorated in a museum. The Albanian Jewish Museum will be a modern institution that will keep this history alive and will show future generations that Albanian hospitality is not a mere expression. But in the same time, we are working to build in the center, in the heart of our capital city, a Jewish cultural center